Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're back up at Dundee, fishing on the Tay Estuary. I've fished this mark once before, and I got a really nice mix of species. Dab, coalfish, whiting, and even a little codlin. I didn't catch as many species today, but we did manage to catch one really special fish, as well as quite a lot of little flatties. The last time we were up here, we fished over the high tide, but today I was fishing over the low tide. I arrived about an hour and a half before low water and left about 2.5 or 3 hours after. I was fishing with my usual 2-hook pattern oyster rigs, and I was fishing with prawn, mackerel, lugworm, and I had a little bit of squid with me. Most of the fish came on little strips of mackerel, with a few on lugworm as well. This one's set up. I've got lug on the bottom, a couple of pop-up beads, and a bit of prawn on the top. I'm going to cast this into the slack water, just round the corner. I've got that one fishing in the current. Let's get the last rod set up. I think there's bites on one of these. Because the water was so low, I actually got snagged on the rocks just before I lifted the fish in, and I ended up having to go down to the water to get the fish. Because I was standing up on the rocks, I thought I was going to be able to swing the fish in, and most of the fish later on I was able to do that. It was just a bit low just now. Just snapped off the weight. Well, first fish on the first cast again here. Nice wee dab. Oh, there it is, he's righted himself. A couple of weeks ago, I was fishing over on the opposite bank there. The first fish of the day was this sea scorpion, and it was the biggest one I've ever caught. I always love a surprise catch, and this is one of my favourite species. I managed to get a flounder as well, and later on, just before I left, I managed to get a dab. A little bit of movement on the right hand rod there. Oh, left one's going now. I managed to lift the fish in the weight out the water this time, but unfortunately the dab dropped off. Oh, it's just dropped off there. I should have went down closer. I'll just go and make sure it's not stuck on the rocks. I was getting lots of bites on the other rods, but I wasn't managing to hook any fish. I've just changed these hooks down a size. I've only been hooking fish on that rod that's got size 1 circle hooks on. I had 1/0s on these. So I'll put 1s on these as well. Let's see if we can hook more fish. I wasn't feeling any kicks, so I thought this might have been a crab or a bit of seaweed on the line. So I didn't try and get down closer, but luckily I managed to get the fish up this time. It is a fish, I should have went down. Got him. There we go. And a pretty wee dab. I'll take him down to put him back. I'm not going to throw him from up here.
Yes, we'll get them back in. Nice golden spots on them. Hopefully the camera picks that up. Just sitting on the bottom there.
The day before, I fished at Weems Bay over on the west coast, and I didn't manage to catch any fish. So I was really happy that I was catching fish today. At Weems Bay, I only managed to catch a few different crabs. I got this big hermit crab, and later on I got a few spider crabs, I think they were. I'm not sure of the exact species. I'd never seen crabs like this before. I moved up the coast to a spot that I usually catch a lot of fish at, but even that was a blank. It must have just been one of those days.
A bite on that right rod again there. Aye. I'm going to get down a bit closer before I start trying to bring them in. Oh. I think we've got it. There's some weight on it. Yep. Another wee dab. This is like ice here, so I'm going to get halfway and then toss them back because it's a bit slippy for me to get down there. Should be okay from here. Straight back down. Brilliant.
I was just dealing with a crab on one of the other rods, and I noticed a really strong bite, and then the line going really slack on the rod that was fishing on the left. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen what it was.
Oh my god, I've got a sea trout on. Unbelievable. Wow. Look at that. Glad I've got circle hooks on. Just hooked right in the lip. Unbelievable. Whoa, it's absolutely full of life still. Oh, getting back in. Straight away. Quality. Yes! Superb.
That was amazing to catch that. I really love a surprise catch, and sea trout are definitely one of my favourite fish. I love catching trout in general, and getting one as a surprise is just unreal.
Another wee tiny dab. That was really awkward to get the hook out because he'd swallowed the bead as well, so that was blocking it. I've got it out now. We'll get him back in. One last wee look. Away he goes. Ah, I'm caught in the seaweed. I'll just lay him down there and climb down. A wee crab on the top one. And another wee dab on the bottom. Well, I was just bringing in the last cast, so that's the last fish of the day. I think that's 5 or 6 dab, and that nice surprise as well. Been another great day up here. Get him back in. Oh, he's landed upside down. There he goes, fixed himself. Well, we need to go before we get cut off.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.